Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to say thank you for coming in our presentation today. It's great to see you all. In this presentation, we will discuss about UNESCO. Let me introduce myself and my partner. I am Aprilia Nurita Putri and my partner is Anissa Ananda, Arga Iftitah, Cantika Pajri. We are from A group. First, my partner Anissa Ananda will explain to you about UNESCO history. Before making a presentation, here is the material about UNESCO that our group will discuss. Agenda discussion 1. UNESCO history. 2. The purpose of the establishment of UNESCO. 3. UNESCO task. 4. UNESCO rule. 5. Indonesian role in UNESCO. 6. UNESCO member state. So, keep on watching.
UNESCO history. UNESCO is the abbreviation for United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. UNESCO is an international organization under PBB that deals with all matters related to education, science, and culture in order to increase mutual respect based on justice, the rule of law, and human rights. UNESCO was founded on November 16, 1945 in London, United Kingdom. The UNESCO organization is a functional organization, as is the classification of organizations whose membership does not consist of national state. It is called an independent organization because it is independent from the influence of any country, and its management is independent, even though it is still based on the directions and principles of the United Nations. UNESCO's vision, as the author got and according to the Constitution rather than UNESCO itself, UNESCO's vision is, since wars start in the mind of man, it is in the mind of man that the defenses of peace must be constructed. While the mission of UNESCO is to create peace and security through science by implementing strategies including 1. Promote universal principles and norms based on shared UNESCO values and competencies in order to protect and defend the common values. 2. Promote diversity and togetherness by upholding human rights. 3. Empowering and strengthening community participation through equity, dissemination, and increased use of knowledge.
Okay, I am Cantika Fajri Harani will be explain point number 2. It is the purpose of the establishment of UNESCO. The objective of the establishment of UNESCO organization include 6 points. Number 1 is increase cooperation between countries in the world in the fields of education, science, and culture. Number 2 is carry out activity to eradicate illiteracy and the obligation to learn from all the people of member countries. And then number 3 is raising the dignity and degree of human life. And then next, number 4 is UNESCO goals is to contribute to peace building, poverty eradication, sustainable development, and intercultural dialogue through education, science, culture, communication, and information. In the next slide is number 5 is other priorities of the organization include achieving quality education from all lifelong learning, addressing emerging social and ethical challenges, promoting cultural diversity, community culture, knowledge, peace and inclusive development through information and communication. And the last is number 6, the broad range of concrete goals and objectives of the international community as the state in international agreed development goals, including the Millennium Development Goals, or we can say MDGC, support all UNESCO strategies and activities.
UNESCO task. Just like the main task of the United Nations, UNESCO is tasked with maintaining world peace and security through international cooperation. The difference is that this UNESCO task is carried out through the field of education, science, and culture, aimed to support peace and security by promoting cooperation between countries through science, education, and culture in order to increase the most respect based on justice, human rights, the rule of law, and fundamental freedom. UNESCO rule. UNESCO has a role to protect historical objects, especially historical objects that are under the threat of armed conflict. The rule carried out by UNESCO is based on the 1954 Hague Convention and its two protocols which must be realized in the field.
Okay, I am Cantika Fajira Faroni will be explain point number 5. Is this Indonesia role in UNESCO? Indonesia role in UNESCO number 1 is ITT, Indonesia Fund in Trust Program. The IFIT program is a part of Indonesian contribute in overcoming the financial difficulties experienced by UNESCO. Because the United States stopped paying its country contribute when Palestine was accepted as member of UNESCO in 2011. Indonesia contribute 10 million US dollar, 6 million US dollar was used for emergency funds, while 4 million US dollar was allocated from the IFIT program. The World 8 IFIT projects carried between 2012 and 2017. The 8 program include the Global Media Forum, New Vision from Old Town, Ecological Solution, and then Eco-hydrology for Sustainable Management. Okay, next point number 2 is the role of Indonesia in the 2005 UNESCO Convention. Indonesia plays an active role in implementing the 2005 UNESCO Convention. The state of Indonesia has become one of the state parties since ratifying this convention in 2012. In addition, Indonesia is also a member of the Intergovernmental Committee of the Convention for the 2015 until 2019 period. The framework is based off the principle of awareness of expression, gender equality, openness, and balance toward complementary culture for sustainable development. As a country that participates in the convention, Indonesia is legally obligated to submit periodic reports to UNESCO every 4 years. Indonesia ratified the result of the convention in 2012. The convention in field of culture was not only ratified by Indonesia, but also by 142 countries. The 2005 UNESCO Convention encouraged government to introduce cultural policy in a global context. In addition, as a commitment to protect and promote the diversity of cultural expression. Okay, next slide, point number 3. Is this the election of Indonesia as a member of the UNESCO Executive Board? Indonesia candidacy as a member of the UNESCO Executive Board for the 2017 until 2021. Is this a form of Indonesia will contribute more to UNESCO? This is especially so through active participation as a member of one of the governing bodies of UNESCO. Indonesia's success as member of the UNESCO Executive Board cannot be separate from the Indonesia achievement and diplomacy at UNESCO. Indonesia has been sitting as a member of the World Heritage Committee for the 2015 until 2019 period, which means has a mandate for the preservation of cultural heritage. Indonesia has also donated several works of art to UNESCO. In addition, UNESCO also recognized Indonesia as a major country in the promotion and preservation of culture. UNESCO has recognized various kinds of Indonesian cultural heritage. The cultural heritage includes wayang, keris, batik, angklung, noken, the Borobudur temple area, and others.
UNESCO member state. UNESCO has 193 member countries as of January 2019 by the date they become members. Among others are Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Indonesia, Armenia, Australia, Austria, Azerbaijan, Bahamas, Bahrain, and Bangladesh, and many more countries that are members of UNESCO.
Thank you everyone for watching my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.